Hey traders and investors, it's Serge Berger here. We're going to look at a couple things today. First of all, the Russell 2000 in absolute terms. It has been, of course, lagging in relative terms versus the S&P or the large caps all year. Here's just, sort of devil's advocate question and something that is quite frankly quite a bit against consensus in this smart money crowd. Is the Russell 2000 here about to catch up with the S&P 500 into year end? That would potentially cause a massive squeeze of smart money to actually short the Russell 2000 versus being long the S&P if that trade were to unfold. If we look at the technicals here, you can see stock basically been consolidated, or the ETF, the IDIBM, has basically been consolidating since March, then flushed it at lower low in mid-October, and that V-shaped reversal has since actually consolidated, which is something that we haven't seen, say, in the S&P 500. We've seen a lot of consolidation here, so from that point of view, holding above all the moving averages now, or the medium-term moving average. So a break here past, say, the 118-ish area or so could potentially unfold a rally. Now, if we look at this in relative terms, which is always, I think it's always important to look at things in absolute and in relative terms, and we scaled, sneak this back all the way to the beginning of the year, you can kind of see in red, of course, we have the Russell 2000. The S&P has gone straight up. So there's quite a bit of divergence here with the S&P just going vertical. So the question really is the S&P going to come down or the Russell 2000 up? And again, a lot of people are actually short the Russell versus being long the S&P or flat the S&P. And I would argue here we're actually starting to potentially see a trade where the opposite could work. So one would, in this case, then actually buy the Russell 2000 and short the S&P 500, or leave be the S&P 500. So you can see the rally here from a multi-month lens at the very least is something where the Russell could start playing catch up. So I hope this makes sense, guys. As always, if you got any questions, you can on Twitter. My Twitter handle is SteadyTrader, and I'll see you in the next video.